everyone, happy Friday. It is a beautiful evening and I hope you guys got to go out today and enjoy the weather. I wanted to show you the drawing that we made with Mrs. Kaplan today. I don't know if the 3rd to 5th graders did the same thing, but with the K to 2 grades, we drew waterfalls. So I just wanted to show you my drawing. Okay, so let's get to the lesson so you guys can enjoy your weekends. So the word problem says that there's a flower shop that sells bouquets of daisies. And that word is pronounced bouquets in case you were wondering how to pronounce that. And each bouquet has 8 daisies. The shop has 92 daisies. So how many bouquets can the florist make? And I included a picture of the bouquet so you can see what that means. It's just a bunch of flowers arranged really pretty. So when you have a bunch of something, like in this case 92 flowers, 92 daisies, and you want to put them in like, you know, like pretty bouquets, right? So like there's one bouquet. So if there's 92 flowers and each bouquet fits 8 flowers, how many bouquets can the florist make? So that is a division problem because we're taking like a large amount and we're sharing it into like, you know, different ways. We're sharing it different ways, okay? So they're my little bouquets. So you could make a drawing, but you know, obviously the easiest way to do this is by division. So 8 into 9 goes once. 1 times 8 is 8, and then I subtract, and that's 1. Bring down my 2. 8 goes into 12 once. 8 times 1 is 8 again, and then subtract, and then you have 4 left over. So that means there's gonna be 4 flowers left over. So how many bouquets can the florist make? Only 11, because the florist needs 8 to make another bouquet. But if you said 11 remainder 4, that's fine. I accepted that as well. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, write an equivalent fraction for 4/6. So remember, to write an equivalent fraction, you multiply by any number you want. Most commonly, we start with, you know, just multiply by 2, and your equivalent fraction could be 8/12, right? Or you can multiply by 3, and then your equivalent fraction will be 12/18. And then you start to see a pattern. You see the numerators going up by 4, the denominators are going up by 6. And then you can multiply by 4 and have 16/24. And then you can just follow the pattern for the next one. So any one of these answers would be correct. Okay, now decompose. That means 2 fractions added together that equal 8/10. So you could have written 1/10 plus 7/10, 2/10 plus 6/10, 3/10 plus 5/10, or 4/10 plus 4/10. So any one of these, or any two of these would have been correct. You could also decompose, like, you know, I don't know, like this as well. Like you could add 3 fractions. You could do 2/10 plus 2/10 plus 4/10. Okay, as long as the fractions equal 8/10. Okay, long division. So my 9 does not go into 8. I'm gonna put a 0 there, but 9 goes into 83. Right, so my 9 times tables, the closest number to 83 is 81. And to get 81, I have to multiply by 9. So 9 times 9 gives me 81, and then I subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2. Bring down my 6, 26. So what's the closest number to 26 on the 9 times tables? 18, right? And 2 times 9 gives us 18, and 26 minus 8 is 8. So 92 remainder 8 is the answer. Okay, number 5. Whoops. Okay, adding on like fractions, remember we have to multiply by 10 to make that 10 100. And we also have to multiply the numerator by 10. So then our new fractions are 70 over 100 plus 33 over 100. And now we can add, and that equals 103 over 100. Or if you did the division, you would get 1 and 3 remainder over 100, 300s. Okay, so for number 6, we have to think of a common number that 4 and 3 have together. So if I write my 3 times tables, right? I have 3, 6, 9, 12. And then I write my 4 times tables, 4, 8, 12. And then I look for a common number. Look, they have 12 in common. So that's going to be my denominator. So to make that 4 a 12, I have to multiply by 3. And then also multiply my numerator by 3. So that's 6 12s. Plus, and I have to multiply 3 times 4, right? Because 3 times 4 is 12. And I multiply my numerator times 4. So my new fraction is 4 12ths. And now I can add, and my answer is 5 12ths, or maybe 5 6 if you divide by 2. Okay, subtraction. Okay, so I have to borrow because I can't do 7 minus 0. It's got to be from the top minus the bottom number. So I have to borrow from my neighbor. I'm left with 3. That becomes 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. I don't have to borrow there, right? Just make sure as long as the number on top is bigger, I go ahead and subtract. But the 5, I have to borrow from that 1. That becomes 0, and that becomes 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. The 0 borrows from the 2. That becomes 1, and that becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And the 1 borrows from the 3. So it becomes 11 minus 7 is 4, and then the 2. So 242,913. Okay, number 8. Okay, this one was a tricky one. Okay, guys, I'm trying to go fast. I know you want to, like, enjoy the evening. I do as well. It's so beautiful out. Okay, so they gave us a few of the sides. Now remember, to find the perimeter, we have to add up all the sides. All the sides. So if there's a pentagon, we add 5 sides. If there's a hexagon, we add 6 sides. Okay, but here, look, we're missing this side. We're missing the bottom. So I have to figure that out. So look up here. I know that from here to here is 2, and from here to here is 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. That means that this side is 6 centimeters. And look what other side I'm missing. This one. I need to know what this side is. So I know that this long side over here is 5, right? This is 5. And from here to here is 2. So if this whole thing is 5, and this piece here, let's say up to here, from here to here is 2, so then what is the top section? It has to be 3, right? Because if from here to here is 2, then the top has to be 3, so it could equal 5. And now I can go ahead and add up all my sides. So I have, let's see, 5 plus 9, 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16, and 16 plus 2 is 22. Oh, it's 22 centimeters. You know what, guys? I did this wrong, and I got 23 centimeters. So let me just make sure. 11, 15, 18, 20, 22. Yeah, 22. All right, so some of you got it correct, and I told you it was wrong, but I was wrong. So the correct answer is 22 centimeters. Okay, number 9. Where's number 9? Okay, complementary angles. So here's the right angle, boys and girls. How much is this angle? How much does the angle measure? 90 degrees, right? Hopefully you remembered. It's 90 degrees. And they give us this little angle here. So now we have to find the missing angle. And to do that, we're just going to subtract 90 minus 12. okay? So I have to borrow from the 9. So the 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. And 8 minus 1 is 7. So 78 degrees. And number 10. Number 10 is 29 over 5. This is an improper fraction, and it says to write it as a mixed number. So all we do is divide 29 divided by 5. 5 goes into 29 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract, and we have a 4 as a remainder. And we put a remainder over our divisor to make it a fraction. So the answer is 5 and 4/5. All right, boys and girls, I'll leave you to enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.